Hey everybody, hope you guys are all doing well. I'm going to do a collective reading. We're going to see what you guys need to know right now. What's the message from Spirit today? It's a general reading, okay? It could be past, present, or future. You're going to know best where this fits on your timeline. So with that being said, let's see what's going on today in the energy. What do you guys need to know about? Let's see. So we're starting off with the Nine of Cups in reverse, the Three of Cups, and the Six of Wands, Page of Pentacles at the bottom. Okay, so this speaks of unhappiness with oneself, all right? There's something that you could feel unhappy about, or something is lacking, feeling like something is not a wish fulfillment, feeling unfulfilled in some sort of sense. The Three of Cups, a group of people, a friendship group. The Six of Wands, victory and success. This could have something to do with like the recognition of others, or getting some sort of validation or praise from people, from a group, from friends, a social circle. Something about feeling appreciated or valued, respected. There's something missing though with the Nine of Cups in reverse. So I don't know if this is about someone that is compensating this way. Like, this could be someone that feels insecure or unhappy with themselves, so they're looking for some sort of recognition from others. Okay, let's see what this is, guys. And who this is about. Why is the Nine of Cups in reverse here? The Five of Swords in the reverse, the Two of Wands in the reverse, and the Three of Cups again. Feeling blocked because of a group of people or a group of friends or a social circle. Feeling like your path is blocked. Excuse me. The Five of Swords in reverse. Seeing through some sort of manipulation. Somebody can't be manipulated anymore, or somebody's not playing into the mind games. You want to know what else this is giving me? Like peer pressure. Like following a group. What's this called? Like mob mentality a little bit. Like on the inside feeling unhappy with decisions or with a path, or just feeling like something is a bad choice, right? Okay, so this could be you or someone else. You'll know who this is about if it's your reading, okay? But this is like... Sorry. This is like seeing through something manipulative, or seeing that something is wrong, the way that people think is wrong, or it's like petty. And this is almost like not wanting to be a part of it because it doesn't make you feel good, or it makes you feel bad about yourself. Like, this is like feeling like what a group of people is up to is just leading you down the wrong path. But staying in it because of not wanting to be the odd one out, or because of some sort of recognition or approval in a group setting. So yeah, it's kind of like going along with something that doesn't make you feel good, but you're doing it anyways because you want some sort of approval from the group, or you want to get into the group, or you want to feel like you're part of something. So you kind of tuck away your own discomfort, okay? All right, what's the Three of Cups? The Three of Pentacles. Yeah, it's definitely about a group. And the Page of Pentacles again. And the Queen of Swords. The Page of Pentacles. So this could have something to do with being at the beginning of something, or the beginning of an investment, the beginning of some sort of a collaboration, or maybe even a job. I mean, it could be something like work, okay? Colleagues, work setting. All right, what's the Six of Wands? The Five of Cups, Page of Wands reverse, and the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, so this is like, okay, so this really is giving me that someone is unhappy with what they're doing, with what they're putting their time and effort into. Now, getting some sort of bad news about something that has been invested in, worked on, but feeling some sort of pressure to succeed. So yeah, it's really giving me like if this is a workplace setting and these are your coworkers and you have a boss or something like that, it's like you're doing things that you actually don't really agree with, but you feel like you have to do it in order to not be cast out or be called an outsider in some sort of sense. Like the kind of, and this is just an example, right? But this is the energy. It's like working for a company that has like questionable practices, but like, let's say you're like a lead chemist, okay? Like you're a great chemist and you're really good at your job, and you start working for a company that does like hair products, all right? And you're getting all this praise at work because you're this amazing chemist and you're making these amazing products, but the company wants you to use chemicals that are actually bad for people's skin, right? So it's kind of giving me something like that, where someone is getting praise in a group setting, but something about it feels wrong, or it feels unfulfilling, or it feels like, okay, so you have this great job, you have this great, you have these great products, like this is all underneath your name, but something still feels like you're not happy with what you're doing, because you're seeing through some sort of manipulation here, or some sort of wanting to win at all costs mentality. All right, tell me more about this Nine of Cups reverse. The Seven of Wands reverse. Yeah, the Star in reverse. It's like, whoever you are, you might feel like you're in a situation where you can't shine or you can't be you, or this doesn't feel like you're doing what you want to do, or it doesn't feel like you can live up to your fullest potential. But at the same time, you feel like you can't really defend yourself or stand up for yourself. But you can feel in your soul that that you're not living up to your highest potential, like what you could actually achieve, because of this group mentality. The Queen of Wands and the Two of Swords in reverse. So you could be this Queen of Wands, or this is someone you're dealing with, okay? The Sun. Yeah, so there's something that you're starting to see very clearly here, or there's something being illuminated to you, okay? I'm sorry, I've got something stuck in my throat. So what is this about? It's about a male female. Okay, so this could be you, or again, someone that you're dealing with. A male in despair, I mean, this card even says on it, not hiring. So somebody being in despair, a male female, a male. What is that about? Receiving what you need, progressing, arriving, moving on. Yeah, this really feels like you want to move forward in a certain way, but you feel constricted. Like you feel like there's an anchor, and the anchor is this group setting or this environment that you're in where you feel like you can't move forward the way that you want to because there's like this anchor that you're dragging around behind you. And I feel like it has to do with other people's expectations or other people's limitations. You know, it's kind of like, again, let's go back to this example, right, of like being a chemist. There's just a analogy for this, right? It's like you could think of this amazing new product that could do this and that, but the company that you're working for doesn't want to invest in that because those chemicals are too expensive or something like that. You know, it's like, it's giving me something like that where you feel like you cannot live up to your fullest potential. But for some reason, you're like tied to a group here. So what is that about? Why is this group even here? It's like a work collaboration. It's a partnership, a collaboration. The Page of Pentacles, something about being an apprentice maybe, or working underneath someone, or having a boss or someone that you have to report to, or somebody is stressed out, worried, anxious about taking some sort of impulsive action or doing something recklessly or something feeling like it feels like someone doing something that doesn't have any kind of boundaries or guards, or just kind of it's giving me no regard. Like you could be witnessing something, or I don't know if this is you or someone else, I'm not sure, but it's like witnessing something where someone has no regard and they're just being very destructive and chaotic, almost just impulsive, chaotic. Yeah, it's really given me that kind of a moral dilemma thing where you're like, you're watching something go down and you're seeing this hair company put all these chemicals in all these products, and all you can think about all day long is like how many people are going to get allergic reactions. Like that's just the energy. Okay, I can't explain it any other way, but it's almost like when something starts to gnaw at your conscience. Okay, the Two of Pentacles in reverse, something can't be balanced out anymore. Something can be balanced out. Something can't be. Yeah, this is kind of like when the scales tip, right? So at the beginning of whatever this was, whoever this person is could have been able to think, you know, like, okay, so yeah, okay, so this is what this company is doing, and this is what this group of people is doing, and well, you know, I'm getting all this praise. I'm a great chemist, you know, but it's like something can't be consolidated anymore. Something can't be like justified anymore. Something can't be, it's like weighing the pros and cons. Like something about the pros and the cons, they're not, you can't weigh them anymore, all right? Like something is just tipping too far to the side of like, this is really stressing you out, or this is really, feeling like it's going too far or something. Justice and the Four of Coins in reverse. Yeah, so you, whoever you are, I mean, this kind of feels like whistleblower energy, if I'm being honest. This kind of feels like the energy of a person right before they whistleblow. Because it's like when you're seeing things over a period of time and you're realizing that whatever this is it's really not fulfilling you, because you're seeing things happen that you, morally you just can't really take anymore. And look, justice looks like releasing a sense of security. So that kind of looks like facing that moral dilemma of, okay, so yeah, I was watching a lot of things go on here, but you know, I kind of justified it to myself because I'm getting all this praise at work, or I'm doing a good job, or I'm getting all these accolades and this recognition, and I'm making good money. So, you know, maybe I'll just turn a blind eye. But this kind of looks like that decision when you realize you can't really hold that feeling any longer, and you realize that the only way you can balance this out, or just even balance out your own, how you feel inside, you feeling like this shouldn't happen, or these are bad moves, these are bad choices. It's like having to release a sense of security, walk away from something. Okay. The Hermit in reverse. Lacking wisdom, isolation, depression, maybe even. Yeah, it kind of feels like someone that, I mean, this really feels like organization, corporation, kind of a thing where you're in an environment where it's like a dog-eat-dog world, okay? And everybody's kind of like out for their own money, and nobody really cares what happens, you know? It's like, as long as the profit is good, right? But whoever you are, this is like when you start to get depressed, and this is like someone that tries to force themselves to exist in that kind of an environment, or in that kind of a world, and you kind of try to fit in, but you just realize, like, from a soul level, you can't. Like, your soul starts to gnaw at you. You start to get depressed because you realize you can't really take it anymore. Like, you just cannot turn a blind eye like the other people do. You can't look away like other people do. You can't just say, oh, well, I'm making good money and I'm getting accolades like other people can. Okay. Tell me about the or the Five of Cups. The Knight of Cups and the Emperor in the reverse. Yeah, so is this like a bad boss, or someone that's a bad leader? Like, they don't care. They don't care about anyone but themselves. They're just power hungry, money hungry. They have an ego. They want things their way. They don't really care about anyone. Okay. The Thief, high honor. Look. Yeah, this is someone that uses their position of power to steal from others, or to exploit others, to get away with things. You know, it's like someone that really, yeah, they use their position of power, like the boss of, or the CEO of, like, these huge companies that get away with a lot of different things, a lot of chemicals, you know, and it's really what this feels like. Okay, so why is this important for the collective today? The Eight of Cups in reverse. Okay, so wherever you are, you could feel like not sure if you can walk away from this, or this is something maybe in the past that you struggled to walk away from. You had a hard time letting go of this. You had a hard time. And it could be like your career. Like this feels like someone that has to make a conscious decision to walk away from their career, you know? And that could be really hard. That's a hard decision to make, because it's like someone being sad and upset about everything that you've worked for up until this point, right? The Six of Wands, you feel like you've achieved something. You feel like people respect you. They look up to you. You have all these accolades. They appreciate you. You're like top of the field, right? You're like, and this kind of feels like not only walking away from your career, but also, you know, walking away from your reputation or jeopardizing your reputation, knowing that, you know, things are never going to be the same again after you walk away. So that could have been a hard decision to make. Okay. But it's like, yeah, but it's like you see through something, right? It's like once the veil has been lifted, once the blindfold is off, you just can't ever go back to seeing it the way before. It's like now you see something the way it is, and that's all you're ever going to see from that point on, right? So feeling like you have to say something, feeling like you have to let go of your sense of security, but it is coming out with the Five of Pentacles in reverse, which is like overcoming hardship, coming out of financial hardship, or yeah, look, sudden wealth in reverse and the wealthy man. It's like, I feel like this has to do with, like, for some reason the Five of Pentacles in reverse and the wealthy man is not even giving me money as much as it's like the wealth of your soul. Like you might feel, or someone might feel like you're losing, or you would lose material money, but you're actually in turn coming out of a lack mentality. So it's kind of like what kept you in this situation was the fear of not having enough, or not getting more, or, you know, I need more. I can't give up now. I don't have enough. It's like the fear of lack. But once you release that and let go of a sense of security, that's actually when you come out of that mentality, because you realize that you do have enough, right? Or it's almost like you're trading in money for your soul, right? And usually it's the other way around. People trade in their soul for money, but this feels like the other way around. It's like you're releasing the money to get back your soul. And so when you release the money, you let go of the money, you actually become the wealthy man, because you're getting back who you are, and your abundant self that is no longer scared of not having enough. You can always make more, you know what I mean? But you have to let go of the idea first that you're losing something, or you're walking away from something that you can never get back. Because if money is the only thing that drives you, then again, the exchange, what I feel is like, I'm going to give you my soul, but I'm going to give you my soul in the sense that I'm going to look away from the injustice. I'm going to ignore the injustice. I'm going to pretend it's not going on. So here's my soul, because I'm going to ignore bad things happening, because I really want this money and this validation and this reputation instead, right? This feels like the reverse. It's like, you know what, here, take the money. It's just not enough. The price isn't enough for my soul, right? I want my soul back. And that's why I'm going to walk away from this. And honestly, people, I feel like that's so underrated in today's world, is that if you can say that you have your soul and you never sold your soul, or you never sold off your own morals and your own, values, you're actually wealthier than a lot of people that are only running after money. People that are only running after money and only self-absorbed, self-centered, only wanting, only caring about themselves, they're actually empty on the inside. And whoever you are, you felt that. You felt that while you were in this environment, you started to feel empty on the inside. You started to feel unfulfilled, like you're not living your true purpose. And that's how you know that you're not where you're supposed to be, okay? You started to feel depressed. You started to, and that is how it is when you give away a part of your soul, and don't care about anyone else, anything else except for yourself and money. That's what it is. You feel empty on the inside. You are empty on the inside. Right? Okay. So what's the outcome here? What else is there that we need to know? Yeah, it's like, look at this. It's an injustice. Like whoever you are, you're seeing something that is just an injustice. Or maybe this is you right now. I don't know if this is someone that's going through this right now. Like you're witnessing an injustice in your life or around you where people, they don't care. They don't care about anyone. They only care about getting what they want. They're very deceptive. They're manipulative. They're selfish. And to you, this is an injustice, okay? So maybe you're wondering, it's the Seven of Wands, if you should stand up for yourself or if you should try to stop this, if you need to do something to, not back down, put up a fight or something. Yeah, the Hierophant. What you're defending is your morals. You're defending what's right. You're defending justice. You're defending integrity and values and, doing the right thing. Upholding laws. This is what you're defending, right? It's like you're fighting for something that's bigger than you. The High Priestess. The Two of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, this could have something to do with like, money or this is like trying to justify something that you're doing or trying to justify what you see going on around you because the money's good. But I feel like whoever you are, it's really starting to like gnaw at your soul. Okay? Or this is the past for you. I don't know, take it how it resonates. But I feel like there's someone here that like right now, it's starting to sink into your moral compass. Like it's starting to eat away at your consciousness that you're in an environment where people don't care about anyone but themselves, and they don't really care because the money's good, and it's making you feel like you're that chemist that keeps putting in like poisonous chemicals, and you're just saying, okay, fine, because I'm a great chemist. And I feel like whoever you are, you're starting to sit there and wonder like, well, is that really worth it? Like, yes, I'm a great chemist. Yes, I make great money. Yes, I'm doing, I'm in these magazines and people celebrate me and tell me I'm so great. But I'm hurting all these people indirectly, or I'm just ignoring what the company's doing. And this is like someone trying to justify it, and you're realizing you can't. Like you cannot, you can't keep your soul and give it away at the same time. You can't. And I feel like that's what you're starting to realize. Either you give away your soul to these people, to this company, which means you give away your morality, you give away this feeling of doing what's right or seeing that something is wrong. You give away the empathy, compassion, and consideration for others. You start only caring about yourself and money and your own reputation. So you have to give away your soul to stay in this environment. or you take your soul back, but then you have to give this up. You can't have both, right? You can't have both. So that's a big decision that someone has to make, right? That's a big decision. But if this is your decision, Spirit and God, they want you to know that you might feel like you're losing something, but you're actually coming out of lack. Almost feel like you're losing money, but you're actually coming out of, or how should I say this? You're losing stability, but you're actually coming out of the lack, out of the spiritual lack, out of the I don't have enough, it's not enough, you know. You're losing material wealth, but you're gaining back your spiritual wealth. So try and see it that way, maybe. Right? Because I can tell that whoever you are, if you turn a blind eye to this, this is something that is going to eat you until the day that you leave this earth. It's going to, the guilt and wondering, you know, what you've done, or, you know, how many times you looked away from something, you know. Like if you're 80 years old and you look back at who you are today and the decisions that you're making right now, are you going to be proud of that person, or are you going to sit there and go, man, I kind of sold myself for that company, or I kind of sold myself out for the money. I kind of looked away when I shouldn't have looked away. You know, I don't know. So I hope this helps, guys. I don't know who needs to hear this right now. I feel like you're going to make the right decision, just because your soul is going to keep like bothering you until you do something about it. Because I don't think your conscience can take this much longer, but we'll see. Okay, let's see. Who is this here? An Aquarius and September. A Libra and an Aries. And a Scorpio. And then we have a November and Gemini, and December at the bottom of the deck. All right, so I'm gonna leave it at that. I hope this helps, guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time.